welcome to a new episode of Just Meditate. I'm Seb, founder of the Transformational Meditation Group, where we teach people how to meditate and self-regulate to get manifestation and transformation in their lives and change the lives of others as well. Just Meditate is a series just for people who would like to try meditation, or those that have been meditating for a long time but need some new input, new insights to keep them going with the daily meditation practice. So we share tips, tricks, we discuss things, etc. Everything is possible in Just Meditate. We are just here to meditate, talk about meditation, etc. So today I just want to talk there are people who plain out say, I can't meditate. I've tried, I've done everything. It just doesn't work for me. And that's fine. But just know that you have always meditated at a younger age, quite naturally. When we do meditation, we can measure our brain waves, and we say, or scientists say, that when your brain waves go to alpha state, which is a brainwave frequency which is lower than your waking state, we are already in a meditative state. It happens to be that when you're younger, as a child, I think it's up to 7 years, you are most of your time, of your daily time, in an alpha state. So your brain waves. So actually you have been meditating for at least 5-7 years of your life, so you know what it is like, you know how to do it, basically. It's just that life's getting caught up with us. We are more in beta, in high activity in our brain. When we get older and the world around us gets more intense for us, there's more we want to keep an eye on, there's more we are busy with, more things to do. So a lot of things to think about, and then we naturally are more and more in a higher brainwave state, which makes it difficult to relax and get into a meditative state as well. So that I will acknowledge, it's difficult for people who are usually and so used to being in an active life to settle down, center themselves, and get into a meditative state. The one that also recognized that is a Buddhist psychotherapist called Renate Ogilvie. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. She's a Buddhist psychotherapist, so you would suggest or would think that she knows everything about meditation, is very good in meditation, but actually she acknowledged that she isn't very good at meditation. At least she doesn't meditate regularly. She doesn't have the time, she says, so she perfectly can relate to people who also say, I don't have time to meditate. What she did is she just turns things around because, well, for people that say, I can't meditate, meditation, the word in itself and the whole act around it would then suggest that, well, every time I hear the word meditate, it's just I can't do it. And you program yourself to become more negative towards meditation, and you forget all about it. So what he simply does is say, well, let's just call it non-meditation and let's call it joyful resting, which is actually just a mindfulness technique, but it's very easy and it gives you a different perspective of what meditation actually is, a different entrance point or entry point to meditation, which might help many people just to get started, basically. So joyful resting is just something I want to practice with you today. Hey Sonia, good to see you on Fireside. Welcome. We're just about to get started with some joyful resting. I'll guide you through it, so just follow along. What joyful resting also is about is, like I often say for those that have difficulty meditating, you should not give a F about what you're doing, just do it. Don't care about when lots of thoughts are coming in, just let them come in. Yeah, don't be harsh to yourself when you are trying to meditate and your mind is wandering around, because that's exactly what happens the moment you get away from your busy life and you settle down. That's when more you become more aware of those thoughts all the time coming up. So it becomes an increasing amount of thoughts. Your mind is easier away from the focus on your breath, for example. So actually, when this happens, you just say, okay, and don't give a shit. That's basically what I'm always saying when people have difficulty meditating. I say, don't give a shit about what's happening when you're meditating. Just let it go, observe, become more and more the observer. That's also what Renata says, the Buddhist psychotherapist, about joyful resting. We're not after any results, so you don't have any expectations, just do it. Doesn't matter. We're not focusing on aiming on something and getting accomplished something right here, right now, or after the session. We're doing nothing special. There's no aim. Just do it. It's all we do is resting. And Renata says it's like dancing. You don't do it to arrive anywhere. You do it because you enjoy it. And who doesn't enjoy resting? Even if it's just for 5 minutes. And that's also the thing with joyful resting, just like with heart brain coherence. You don't have to do this for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, up to an hour. If you want to, if you can, just do that, that's fine. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. I would say for heart brain coherence, 10 minutes is good. Joyful resting, fine with 5 minutes. Doesn't have to do more than that. So that's joyful rest. I'm guiding you, so it will take a little bit longer, but have fun with it. Joyful resting. Again, we're not aiming for everything. We're just going to be the observer. You can do it with your eyes open. You can do it with your eyes closed. You can't do it with your ears closed because then you can't hear me. Or maybe that gives you joy if you can't hear me. I know some of my students get tired of my voice, so they get more joy when they do it themselves. Anyway, settle down. Find a comfortable position. And again, you don't have to sit in lotus position. I'm sitting on a meditation cushion on the floor right now in lotus position. That's just easier for me to present. Gives me more energy because I have my back straight. But if you want to sit down in a chair, maybe you want to lie down, it's fine by me. Just notice when we're lying down and it's late in the evening that you might fall asleep. But oh well, we don't give a shit right now, isn't it? So that's joyful resting. At least you fall asleep in a joyful way. Okay. And let's just center ourselves like we always do. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw. And if you want to, close your eyes. One more time, a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Just relax your body even more and just feel yourself settling down, calming down. Self-care, self-love, just a moment for yourself. Settle down, breathe normally, but try to breathe slower and deeper, slowing everything down. Getting into that restful state. Very good. And just pretend that it's almost like watching a movie. You're getting ready to sit on your couch and watch your favorite series. So get a little bit excited about what you're going to see, what you're going to experience. Well, now you're breathing just slowly. Just sense any feelings, be open for any feelings, be open for any thoughts. Don't have to, they will come nevertheless. So don't force anything to stop, just be there in that moment. It's just like watching the TV, your favorite series, just see what comes up. Maybe you notice some sounds around you. And appreciate the rest, appreciate your calmer breath. Appreciate the relative silence around you. Appreciate these minutes where you don't have to do anything special than just sit, calm, observing. You don't have to take any action, you don't have to do anything, just sit. And if a thought comes up or feelings comes up, that's okay. Just let them come. Just look at them, observe them, and see them as what they are, thoughts. No need to create any negativity around thoughts that come up. Acknowledge them. The same with feelings. Often with a thought comes a feeling. And that's okay too. Just observe the feeling. And again, just enjoy the silence, be with yourself. And take these silent moments, take the opportunity to get to know yourself. Maybe the thoughts and feelings you have are around a certain theme. Just acknowledge that information. Turn it into knowledge. And remember that there is no goal here. We don't have to arrive anywhere. Just doing nothing. Calming our body, calming our mind. Resting. Letting everything rest. Can you sense that little bit of joy that you feel when you are resting like that, when there's nothing to do, then just be with yourself. from pressure from the outside world. Just 5 minutes. You don't care about anything but being with yourself and resting, having a positive attitude, joyful state. And maybe you notice that your mind has wandered off, that your thoughts are all over the place, and that's okay too. Just get back again to the present moment. And know that the easier you make this for yourself, the easier it is to get into meditative states as well. Because getting into a meditative state is all about letting go. And be kind to yourself. The more resistance you create, the more you say, no, I can't do this, the more you're negative around your meditation practice, the harder it is. Surrender, let go, no expectations. Does it have to be correct? Does it have to be exactly right? The only thing that is important is relaxing into it. Just observe, rest in a joyful way. Don't care about anything. Okay, awesome. Let's get back. So you can do that easily by just becoming more aware of the room you are in, becoming more aware of the sounds in the room, becoming more aware of your body. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, move your body back and forth and from side to side as you get back and awaken more and more. Open your eyes when you are ready. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, thumbs up, Firesiders, if you're back. And joyful resting, thanks to our Buddhist psychotherapist Renate Ogilvili, who basically turns around meditation and the negativity somebody can create around it and says, well, let's call it different. Let's call it non-meditation and call it joyful resting. So, and it gives you another entrance point into meditation by just having a different perspective on it. Don't pressurize it too much. Relax. There's no goal or anything. Restful, joyful rest. So, nice to practice, and again, 5 minutes more than enough, and practice that for a couple of weeks every day, and then go over to, for example, heart-brain coherence, which might be then the next step, which is more meditative again, goes a little bit deeper, and then try that. And if you think, well, this is still too hard for me, or I don't like it, try something else or go back to joyful resting again. Anyhow, whatever you do, joyful resting is like your step one if you struggle with a meditation. Great. We'll be back on Monday with Love Your Love Muscle again on Fireside, and then also on Instagram and Second Life. The recordings of this session will be available on Fireside after this session, and as a podcast on Monday. So follow along. If you listening to the recording, know that you also can listen as a this as a podcast later on Monday. Go to the website in this fortune cookie you see on the Fireside app. There you'll find all the links you need to social media, upcoming events, etc. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and evening and have a good weekend. Take care, everyone. Be safe and namaste. Bye bye.